Hey everybody, welcome to another energy reading for the Ascension-minded. It's my pleasure to work for you and to connect for you, as you know. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you can go ahead and find me on my Etsy channel. You can select one of the many card readings that I offer, or you can just cut to the chase and order an intuitive counseling session with me, which is live via Zoom. But either way, I look forward to connecting. But for now, let's jump right in and let's see what quick message is wanting to be conveyed for those of you, okay, who are here for ascension purposes. Hold on. Interesting. I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay. In case some of you wanted to know what it is, it's the Queen of Cups, but coming in the reverse. Also, just a reminder, in case you didn't know, I am a clear channel and a pure channel, so this information that's coming to you is divinely orchestrated. Of course, use your own discernment, as you should be doing with anything and everything that you experience in life. And your number one job should always be to continue to make sure that what's going on inside of you, look at that, inside of you is taken care of, okay? So let's take a look at what messages are coming in. Here we have the Eight of Wands, which makes complete sense. Fast-moving communication. You see these cards jumping out everywhere. Where's the other one? There was a third one. Jumping out everywhere. So it seems like something has come back in very briefly from the past, and you may have wanted to make a quick beginning, but immediately before it can even come in, it's out again. Now, we see this here, because we see the World card, but it's reversed, and it's kind of giving me this feeling like, oh, something was done and now it's not. Here we have the new beginning coming in, and energy was coming in, but it's not coming in this way as if it's coming into us, although it was trying to, and then it seems to just go right back out again. And that makes complete and utter sense, because when I picked this up off the floor, it was the Queen of Cups, which we know if we had picked it up, the idea would be like, okay, well, what is it that we're totally trying to align with again? But no, it was like, let's just keep it off to the side, and it's in the reverse. So if there's something, yeah, look at this, for your sanity's sake, I'm getting, so if there's something that some of you guys may be experiencing coming right back around right now, it almost as a boomerang action. For some of you it may feel that way. For some of you it may feel like a last minute attack, like a cat of nine tails, you know. Is that what it is that I'm thinking? Yeah. Is that the one with the ball, spiked ball at the end? Anyway, cat, oh no, that's for self-flagellation. Anyway, I don't remember, but there is a weapon that, like, it's like long, and then there's something hard at the end, like a whatever. I'm not a weapons artist, but anyway, so something that's coming in is maybe giving you grief, and I just want to let you know, just get out of it. There's no need to be in it in the beginning. Okay, so that's for some of you. There's no need to be in it in the beginning. So maybe you will be involved with something. This is not for all of you, but maybe there is something that you will be involved with, but later down the line. So if this is something to do with you being a part of a project or a movement or some type of organization or something, or some type of grouping, maybe you are part of that project, but it won't be now. It'll be later down. So if you're stressed out that, oh my God, things are moving so fast right now, I'm trying to get information about this, I don't know what's going on, or you're feeling overwhelmed or bombarded or anything like that, don't worry, just step away. So, because Spirit's not going to be trying to work with you, for those of you who, if it's about a plan or maybe even your mission work or something, Spirit's not trying to get you uncomfortable and then try to squeeze lemonade out of you. No, it's like, hey, sometimes the information is just being presented to you, or just like a house that's being built, you may just be walking in the middle of the house while the workers, the actual workers, are erecting the house. They're still doing the foundation. You're seeing wooden beams being put up. The sheetrock isn't even up yet, and you're like stressing out because you're seeing this house being built, but it takes a while for the house to be built, and you may not be there to be part of the building at this time, but you will later on. What if you're the interior decorator? What are you doing here? Right? You know, like, why are you worried that like you got to get you've got to get your pillows and your colors and everything already? This house has time to be built, so take your time is what I'm getting. I don't know why to laugh at that. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, this energy that is coming in, it feels like, and now I'm going back to the regular message. I want to push that off to the side. For those of you who maybe that was mission work and they're just the messages that, hey, now you're an interior decorator, for example, you're not necessarily, don't get caught up thinking, oh, I'm behind or this and that. But I'm going to go back to the message that I was kind of feeling in the beginning, where there was an energy coming in, and I was initially feeling that it had something to do with a relationship, something from the past, and it immediately goes right back out. Oh, no wonder we're not doing 2 farts on it, because look, not even 1 fart. But if you're going to do 1, you got to do 2, right? But I'm just saying, because look, it's a 7 of Swords, deception. So just go ahead. And if they're saying, if you'd like to take a healthier approach to this, you can, and you want, if you're sometimes people like drama. You may not admit that you like the drama, but you like the drama because you up in it, right? So for those of you, if you really need to have any energy of deception or like drama in your mind, think about it like, oh, usually people are like, oh, I knew this person wanted to come back in, or they just want something from me and they're being deceptive. Don't focus on deception as manifesting as that. Focus on deception as manifesting as something detached from that person, place, thing, situation, or idea, that form. And that could be as simple as, oh, wow, this energy is coming back in again, but you know what? It's not for me. It seemed like it was for me, and that's where you can feel your little twinge of deception, right? It felt like it was for me, but it's not, not interested. And then see the difference there? The deception, the twist is that something was coming in, but it actually, I don't need it. It's out. Right? These are for those of you who may have somebody coming back from the past to harangue you, or they're not even in here, is what I'm getting. So don't even get caught up with that stuff. Okay? All right, so what else? Any other messages for beloved ascension-minded individuals? So far we've had this energy, that fast-moving communication and feeling a little bit up in arms about it, coming through and manifesting for some people in terms of their mission. And their message was like, hey, it's just not time yet. And then for others, it's somebody that you recognize from the past or starting to sense that energy is going to be out and on the road long before you know it. Speaking of, now we're done with that. Look at the rebirth card here. And look what's here, the strength. So the question is, well, if this energy was kind of like coming back in for a second and I started feeling a certain type of way about it, I also feel a lot of dragon energy coming up. So some of you may be like actual dragons, you may have, anyway, I'm just gonna let that go because you guys understand. If you know what that means. But I do want to say here that what you can do is look at how you were, what was that way you were feeling, what emotions were coming up. Were you getting ready to engage again? Were you was it water off a duck's back? And I don't mean like, oh yeah, it was water off a duck's back. I wasn't even thinking about it, but you were totally thinking about it for the last 5 weeks, and now you're watching this video to try and get an answer on it, right? So that's not, I'm not thinking about it. That's not water off a duck's back. That is pure engagement, is what I'm trying to say. So this is about learning to be honest with the self and understanding energies that are neutral. You have to know what neutral energy looks like. I'll give you an example. Remember, so I don't know when you're watching, but let's say you're watching midday or maybe it's night or something. I want to ask you, how many doorknobs did you turn today? You're going to be like, what? You probably don't remember, especially if you were out there in the world in places you don't know. You probably turned quite a few doorknobs, opened a few doors. But guess what? Who cares? You didn't notice at the time because guess what? It's neutral to you. But let's say if you had a bad incident with a doorknob when you were younger, I don't know what that would be. Anything. Maybe someone threw a heavy doorknob at you and it hit you and whatever, and it made a mark in your an impression, or maybe other lifetimes, or you're carrying trauma, or you used to be a contractor, now you don't even want to see anything related to a house, whatever it is. Or you've hired a contractor and you don't want to see anything related to a house because you're upset. Whatever it is, you might be somebody who notices doorknobs and you'll be like, I passed 8 today and I got angry with each one of them, right? That's not neutral energy. Or yeah, I saw this doorknob in this other house and it was pink, and I don't know what the owner was thinking. They must think they're so good and they're that and blah 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 blah. And other people look at you like, wow, I didn't know it was that serious. It's not that deep. And you're like, of course it is, because they blah blah blah. That's your stuff, right? It's not neutral energy. So reason why I'm saying this is I want you to understand what neutral energy is. It's not remembering who you sat behind in econ class in high school. Who was that? Who was in front of you? Unless that was your best friend, and obviously that's another example. That's not a neutral energy. But those people, places, things, situations, and ideas, those forms that are in your life to take up space, but that you have no feeling to move towards or to move away from or even to remember. That's what it means to be neutral. Something's not getting your goat, it doesn't bother you. So if this energy that was coming in earlier was bothering you, it's time to mine for that. And in both situations, whether it's mission related or someone from the past related, what was it about that was scaring you, that was getting you fluffed up, that was making you feel a certain type of way, whether it was positive or negative or whatever you'd like to call it, right? What was it? Yeah, look, she's looking at it. What was it? This guy. Some of you have a chip on your shoulder, and that's what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. And yeah, in our light worker / starseed community / service worker, whatever you'd like to call yourself, right? It's very easy to have certain ideals, and that's fine, because literally you are making ideals and you're adhering to ideals and ideas and all sorts of concepts and all sorts of stuff that go against the mainstream, because you're trying to do something with the mainstream. Some of you are trying to topple it, some of you are trying to integrate it, some of you are trying to I was going to say purify it, but I heard the word mutilated. I almost said it. Mutilated. Some of you, because I'm just reading your energies, whoever you guys are as the viewers, God bless you, right? You're coming to the field with different things, but you may be saying the same, the same, I would say propaganda, the same ideas. Oh, we're here for the new earth. We're here for ascension. We're here to clear the collective consciousness. We're here to bring love back. Whatever it is that you're saying, it's a unifying message. But don't for a second think that everybody that's umbrellaing themselves under this term is actually moving in a unified way. Because you have to be unified within in order to have that unification outside. And then on top of that, the more that you unify within, and the more that you unify within by healing your shadows and you're cleaning up your beliefs, right? Your core beliefs about yourself and about the world around you, the more that you start to do that, the more that you start to do two things. Number one, you start to see you're better able to separate the wheat from the chaff. Okay? So there's a sense of division there, but it's not division, it's reclassification. It's moving to different beats, and then you start to see the natural differences that are existing in between you and others, whether that's along the lines of ideology, along the lines of expression, how you express yourself, along the lines of how you live your life, whatever it is. The second thing is that you start to realize the unity that exists between everybody. It's oneness. So the more that you heal yourself, and the more congruent you become within yourself, and therefore when you look outside, the more unification and unity and congruence you see outside of you. And so that shifts you altogether, because you're still seeing unity. It's just no longer under these big umbrella terms where everybody, if we really look at the energy field, everyone's going different ways and blah, 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 right? You start to see, oh, we are one, but we're unified in different ways and on different levels. And then you're no longer having these discussions that you would have if you were still, when you were still trying to prove that you were something. Okay, so one of the things that we have to look out for when we do have service contracts, or whatever you want to call it, whoever you are, new earth workers, star seeds, light workers, all that is what we call spiritual significance. It's the idea of, number one, it's built upon us against them. That's division, right? Separation. But it's the idea that I am better than, right? So you can't be better than anything else. The same way that you can't be less than anything else. When you're very, very high up in the field and you're looking at things, this is a frequency thing. This is a perspective thing. You're starting to see, or not starting to see, you just see that everything's oneness, everything's light, right? But the further down you go, the more into duality, into earth-based consciousness, which is where we're trying to clear up. We're trying to clear up the consciousness at this level of creation, right? So that's why we're here, but so we have to operate in a certain way down here. But you should be bringing in you know, channeling. You should be channeling in and grounding into the grid, whether you want to call it crystalline grid or the earth or whatever you want to call it, grounding in these higher principles. And that means understanding what's actually going on and joining people here in their stories so that we all can collectively heal. Okay? Now,